Alright, so this theory has been sweeping the interwebs. What's up, what's happening? Big K busy. We gotta talk real quick. It's been sweeping the interwebs. Niggas been talking about this shit. So, of course, we're getting the information. Niggas are speaking on it. That potentially Drake, you know what I'm saying, that his smash hit, Janice STFU, might be a subtle Joe Budden diss. And people are saying they have proof, so we're here to talk about it. So, again, we just here to get into it. We're here to see. Do I personally believe this is about Joe Budden? No. I'm not going to sit here and act like I do. I personally don't. But again, I digress. It just depends on the individual you is. You might believe so. You might believe not. But let's get into it. Let's see. Like, subscribe, help your boy out. Like, subscribe, and hype. Well, help as well. You know, help your boy out, help your boy grow. You already know what it is. You know I'm the kid. You know I'm talking about eat little fleas. You heard me. But anyways, let's get to it. So Drake just got a #1 hit with Janice STFU, and there's strong evidence suggesting that this is a Joe Budden diss track. So Drake's Iceman has been dominating the charts in a way that proves fans are rocking with the album. In fact, it is clear that Habibti and Maid of Honor are also making a big splash right now. Niggas is here for Iceman. Habibti has some shit on there, Maid of Honor, and that's the one I go back to the least. I ain't gonna lie to you. On the Billboard Hot 100, Drake was able to log 42 tracks. Furthermore, he was able to secure a #1 with Janice STFU. This is easily the biggest song on Iceman. Honestly, Whisper My Name might be my favorite song on this show, anyways, which some fans proclaim to be the song of the summer so far. Recently, an old clip of the Joe Budden podcast went viral, and fans seem to believe Janice STFU is actually a diss track aimed at Joe Budden. Why? Well, in the clip, Joe Budden claims that his given white woman name is Janice. Later in the clip, he tells his other co-hosts to shut the hell up. So basically, if you don't have context, they were having a conversation about, you know, Karen activities, and sometimes you got to be Karen. And Joe said, like, his Karen name would be Janice. And then I think this was around the time Ice and Ish first got to the podcast. Anyways, they was talking. I think he passed it to Ice and Ish to get their thoughts, whatever. And he chose them boys to shut up. Anyways, quite frankly, it is way too of a big coincidence to ignore. I wouldn't say this is a big coincidence. Yes. Because again, we're like, who's Janice? I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting there like, who's Janice? I just thought this might be a girl he's dealing with. Maybe because he used the sample from The Sopranos. He was like, I'm going to just call it this. But hey, it could be. Who knows? But anyways. Because, hey, Drake be watching stuff, and the boy is meticulous, so we got to give it to him. So, quite frankly, this is way too big of a coincidence to ignore. By now, everybody should know that Drake sees everything. He is also willing to turn anything into this. The artist loves himself some riddles, and oftentimes that shines through in the music. Whether or not Joe Budden is Janice, at this point, he's going to be Janice. But also, if I'm Drake, I'll just run with it. If niggas was like, yo, this is Joe Budden, this is like, all right, fucking nigga. Whether or not Drake actually meant this to be a diss towards Budden is something that has not been confirmed yet. However, there is no doubt that the theories are going to be buzzing in the aftermath as this clip is starting to go viral. Drake and Joe have had an adversarial relationship for quite some time now. Drake even took shots at Budden directly on Make Them Remember, also known as 1 a.m. in Albany when it leaked. Needless to say, there is a precedent for Drake to take some big time shots. Only time will tell whether or not Joe Budden comments on this. He spoke about it on the podcast. And again, if there was any nigga that Drake wanted them to tell them to shut the hell up, Joe Budden is top 3 on the list. We've seen how Drake spazzed out when Joe Budden was giving his review in 2023. I believe that's when that album dropped, For All the Dogs. We seen his ass when he was talking his ish. And Drake didn't like that. Send that nigga that nigga gave that nigga a long ass IG post. Send that nigga some DM messages. Like, he was going crazy. The whole Scary Hours 3 that was on For All the Dogs, like the extra 5 songs, he was talking to that nigga Joe. We all knew he was talking to that nigga Joe. So, again, it's just one of those things that, hey, it is what it is at this point, but I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. If it is about Joe, if we learn that it is about Joe Budden, I'd be like, okay, me personally, I don't think it's about Joe Budden. But again, people is running with their theories. Niggas is going to theorize. It is what it is. Like I said, if Drake doesn't come out to dispel the rumors, which I don't think he ever will, niggas is just going to run with the idea that Joe Budden is Janice. And again, it could be. But me personally, I'm not gonna sit here and say I think that that's who Drake was referring to when he made Janice STFU. But that's personally just me. Besides all that, what do y'all think about this situation? You already know what it is. It's your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. The Black TJ Deadweiler doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe, and hype. You try to hear a little bit more, you heard me? And I'm gone. Slime soon. Peace out, else gang. Aye.